Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Spy Family Part 2 episode number 6 reaction. Okay, the previous episode it was divided into two parts. The first part was we get to see more of Anya and Damien, and we see how they kind of try to do like a group project together. They were in the same team, and how Anya tries to help out Damien, and Damien wants to make like a griffin as like a project, and Anya tried to help him out, but obviously by the end kind of fails. But still tries her best to help him out because she kind of was able to see in his head that he was thinking about how this might be a chance to impress his dad, and like his dad might praise him and all that. So by the end, she tries her best, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out. It seems as if it doesn't work out, but in a weird way, people it got the attention of the actual the executives. I think they were like they had like their own interpretation of the art that they made, and they were like, oh, this is amazing. Obviously Damien was happy about it, but at the same time he cannot show it to his dad because by the end it was not a good art piece, the griffin that they made. But yeah, I guess it was a happy ending in a way. But yeah, and later on we kind of see him talking to the butler and getting to know how the dad again is actually has not asked him about anything about his son. So that was that. Now the next part we get to see more of Sylvia here, how Sylvia does her everyday job, how she throws off the people who are keeping an eye on her, goes into like that place that I forgot that what that place was, but she goes to a place and like takes a disguise and comes out, tricking everyone who's keeping an eye on her, and then obviously goes and meets the people she's supposed to meet. For example, Lloyd. She meets Lloyd, talks about the usual spy stuff and everything. And that's how she kind of does her job. And obviously we kind of see Lloyd. In the end, it was like a funny little section where Lloyd was like kind of talking about Anya, and and she was by the end she was like, how is this going to help? But either way, yeah, that was a funny little section. But I'm guessing these were like short stories within the the story in itself. Probably we will be getting into a new beginning of an arc, either this episode, maybe the next episode, who knows. But let's see. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to get into another arc after this. But anyways, let us begin. Let's see what happens today. This is episode number 6. Let's start. So I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here, sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, midterms. Tell us. There you go. Top 2. Well, she can read minds. Oh no, she's gonna get a very bad. Notto eleganto. There you go, Anya. Oh my god. Oh wow, that Anya face. That Anya face, like I said. Oh, there's someone else with her. I was just saying this. Oh no. What? What happened? What? What's Bond doing? Oh my god. What? Why is she getting bothered by the moon? Oh no. Oh really? Ah. Wait, her power comes from the moon? She can't read minds. Wait. So there's some connection with the moon and her powers. What type of. Oh my god, no. I don't think that's possible. Is it? Oh no. He thought she was asking him about today's dinner. She forgot. Wow, just like a little kid, always like lives in the moment. She doesn't want that. She wants to cheat. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh my god. Ah. Well. Oh, really? Wait, she has not met him, did she? I think so. This is the first time she's probably going to meet him. Oh god. So fast. Oh boy. Well, this is his house. Yeah, it's the first time they're meeting. Oh my god. A Papa's child. Oh my god, that's all he's thinking. Great. And it's highlighted. Uh, hmm. Yeah, he's trying to. uh, she feels like this is like her anime. Oh, wow. Showdown. It's on pause. Biology. They're reading biology at this age. Oh my god. Stop. She's a kid. Well, she just read your mind, so. Yeah. Luke. No, I think it's unconceivable that she could get all of them correct with a fluke. Oh my god. Yeah, he's going to do it properly now. Yeah? Basic knowledge. Pedal scooter. Yes, perfect way to. Oh boy. Oh. Sister stealer. Oh boy. Is she understanding? Hopefully. Wait, he used to teach her? What? That's impressive, kind of. Ah, yeah, makes sense. Oh, wow. Hmm. Everything's related to his sister. Well, yeah, obviously. Who would have thought, you know? Knowledge is power. Oh, damn. Rocket. Yeah. My god. Yes. Oh boy. What the hell? It seemed as if they were running or something. You're doing physical exercise. What's grammar? Oh boy. Hmm. Oh, he's gonna come back, I feel like. Ah, there you go. Oh, okay. He dropped half of the. Yo, don't eat it, please. You're gonna die. Okay, he's not going to eat it. He smelled it. I don't think at your age that's possible, or at any age, without any training. Wait, he's eating it. Bond. Oh. What is that? Oh no. Oh my god. Oh no. Wow. No. She, she studied the wrong thing. Well, let's see. She's gonna fail badly. Yeah, a little bit difficult. Okay. What? Damn, the security here. Oh my god, is he going to? He will try on his own way to make it possible. Yeah, he's going to start moving. That's how her image is. His image is about Anya. Yeah. Okay. Oh damn. Look at his. Hmm. Okay. Okay. What the? Who is this? That's shady. Who the hell are you? Another spy is here? Wait, who hired him? Ah, Daybreak. Shinonome. Daybreak and Twilight. What is this? Hello? Oh my god, stop. Um, he's quite strong. Yeah, he's strong quite, doing that. Well, he is a spy, so he had his training, I'm guessing. What are you doing? Eliminate him. Oh my god! Oh no! Is this a spy? Okay, what is this? Alright. He's like messing things up and Twilight is making it proper. Oh god. Oh yeah. Oh no. Uh, I'm the plumber. Oh my god. Does he have like forged? Yeah, forged the yeah. Oh, you fool! Wait, what? This is how kids cheat in school, like in tests. They write stuff up here and here. Oh my god. Oh, so his Wait, then who hired him? Damien's dad? Oh my god, it's wrong. Chigao. There's no toilet. Hmm. Oh, you fool. Oh my god. He's clearly acting. Lloyd is clearly acting. Yeah, there you go. Great. Now what? Wait, did someone hire? Yeah, hire him to it, alter it to be better, or? Yeah, true. Yeah, but here's one person here. Ah, boy. Lloyd. Uh, Wait. All right. Okay. All right. Oh god. Wait, so did he change it to so that they get better marks, or did they sabotage it? It's actually the opposite. There you go. I was thinking rival makes sense. I was thinking, why would someone? Yeah, true. Hmm. Nice. Yes. Wow. Perfect. Oh no. What about Anya? Let's see. Okay, come on, tell us. They're probably going to reveal it in the end. Anya is first. Anya's first. Look at. It'll be kind of hilarious. 11th. Okay. Oh wow. Nice. What about Anya? Wait, did he? Oh wow. Where? 213. Okay. Somewhat safer. Well, at least she did not get like Wait, what did Lloyd do? Did he change? What did he change? Okay, so he did not change it. Nice. So this is all her effort. Oh boy. Wow. Knowledge plus 5. Fired! Wow. Okay, now what's he going to do? He has like a punching bag. Oh boy. Let's see what Daybreak do next. You know? He already got fired, so I don't know what he's going to do after this. So wait, so that means Lloyd did not change anything. He just saw that, oh, like through her own efforts, she avoided failing. So that's why he probably left it like that. I think so. That's what he did. Like he could have easily like changed it to make her like make her first or something, but he did not do that. Like I feel like like getting like a passing grade in this school is like a big deal in itself. Like these people, they're crazy. They're like teaching them biology and like like trigonometry in elementary school. Like what the hell? All right, that's it. Okay. All right, that was a funny episode. We made a new character, Daybreak. Okay, so all right, this episode will begin with Mr. Henderson announcing that everyone is going to have like obviously the school test, and two people will get Stellas, while anyone who fails a certain subject will get one Torrentious Bolt. So the number of subjects they failed, that is the number of Torrentious Bolt they might get. Now, okay, obviously Anya is pretty chilled out. She's like, yeah, like I have my superpowers. I don't have anything to worry about. And she was like with a smug face all along. I love when they give out the test results. Oh, Mr. Henderson was like, "Yep, you have failed, so you are going to like stay behind, do the assignments, and then go home." Now, Damien gave us the Anya laugh. This is the first time we see Damien doing the Anya laugh. So like taste of your own medicine, Anya. Obviously, Anya is not happy about this, but in her head, she's like, no problem. On the day of the test, obviously I have my mind reading powers. I'll just figure something out. I'll probably read the mind of Damien. Like he's a top student. I'll read the mind of Damien, and everything will be fine. Now, here a very interesting information got revealed here. It's interesting to see that Anya says that she at first after when she was coming back home, she sees the moon and she was like, wait a minute, it's like the full moon, so very soon it'll be time for the new moon. I think that's what she says. Yeah, she comes home. The first thing she asks is like, dad, when will the moon be completely not won't be seen? And Damien says, not Damien, sorry, Lloyd says like, oh, you mean the lunar phase? In 2 weeks it'll be the new moon. So Anya here reveals that, okay, wait a minute, Anya, the super telepath who saved the world, even Anya has a weakness. The guys at the lab called it eclipse or something. Okay, on the one day of each month, the Mr. Moon goes away and his power to read minds goes away. So wait, so her power is related to the moon or the light of the moon? No, not necessarily the light of the moon, but yeah, the light of the moon, because obviously on the day of the new moon, the the lunar eclipse, the sun completely covers the moon, so the no light, not, no, not the wait a minute. uh oh my god, wait a minute, what the hell, I forgot about the lunar eclipse. This is bad. What is wrong with me? Just a second. I know what it is, but I forgot what actually happens. Okay, when the moon moves into the Earth's shadow. There you go. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Earth comes between the sun and the full moon. There you go, and blocks the sun's direct rays from lighting up the moon. Yeah, all right. Oh god. Okay, so yeah, that happens. So obviously the the moon doesn't get the full like we all know the moon lights up because of the sun. So because when the earth comes between it, then the moon won't get the light to reflect back, and that would mean that no moonlight is going to fall on earth, on that place. So i would I would gather from this that her power has something to do with the moonlight. Like, yeah, like even if a little amount of moonlight comes in, she probably will be able to use her powers. But on the day of the new moon, when the whole thing is covered, she loses her power. So I gather that would mean that she actually, her power has something to do with the moonlight. Interesting. So, or maybe it has something to do with the positioning of the moon. Who knows? But some kind of a relation there is. That's kind of interesting. Why? The question is why? Why does it have something to do with the moon? We'll probably get to know in the future when we get to know more about Anya and her backstory, and maybe the origin of her powers and all that. When we'll get to know more about that, probably they'll tell us. But this is an interesting information. Now, Anya is like, oh my god, so what am I going to do? And she's like, wait a minute, I have an idea. I'll ask Bond to look into the future and show me the test answers. Now, you know what? Unfortunately, Bond doesn't know human language. So, Bond thinks that Anya's telling him to look up the dinner for today. And Bond is like, all right, sure. And he shows Anya what we're going to eat today. And obviously Anya's a little kid, she just forgets. She's like, oh yay, hamburger. And the whole test and everything that she was thinking about, it just went out of her head. As we know, kids live in the moment. And she completely forgets. She's so happy. She's like, yay, hamburger. At dinner table, she eats hamburger. She's happy. She falls asleep. Next day, she's like, oh my god, my test. And okay, so another thing, it's interesting. So we can also kind of gather from this that Bond can probably look into any type of future. Like if he understands what future, he can probably pick, can't he? Like it's not like randomly the visions come in his head. He can actively pick which future to look at and then look at the future. I think so. That's how it happens. I'm not quite sure, but either way, yeah. So next day, Anya is like, all right, so I'll have to study. Nothing else I can do. Now Lloyd is ready to make her at least not fail. So in his head, he's like, yeah, you know what? Like, I love the fact that you remember the first few episodes. Bond was like, not Bond, sorry. Lloyd was like, after he adopted her, and she got accepted in the school. Remember, Bond was like, yes, Anya is going to become the imperial scholar. She's going to get like the like the stellas, like we're going to gather all the stellas, and then we're going to go to, like, she's going to become the imperial scholar, like this. Like he had such high expectations, and he was like, yeah, he had all of these dreams about his daughter, and then she he realizes what type of person is Anya, and now he's like, I don't expect any stellas, but at least I hope she doesn't fail. From that to this. This is so realistic. It's too realistic. Oh boy. Like now his what do you call it? His like bottom line, or his thing is like, oh, I hope he doesn't fail. That's all he's thinking about now. I hope she doesn't get the Tonitas bolts. And that's what he's trying. Like he's completely given up on the fact that she can get stellas. Obviously, I don't blame Anya or anyone about this. Like I said, this school is crazy. Like they teach trigonometry to elementary students. Like who the hell? Like what? So yeah, like if this was like a normal school, I feel like Anya probably would have aced everything. But nah, this school is a bit too high level. So yeah, nothing you can do about it. Oh boy. But either way, Anya is like, yeah, again, I'll have to study, like she's not happy about it. But then, Yor comes up with an idea. Yor is like, why not we ask my brother? Yuri can come in and help her out. Now, as soon as she calls Yuri just comes, like, just jumping in. He's like, my sister has called me. And obviously, the first thing he does is like he's not happy about Anya. He's like, oh, like, you little, what does he call her? A midget or something? Like what? Something like that. This is my brother. Imp. This is the imp. This imp is the child of the accursed forger. One thing this is like props to the voice actor. This is one thing that I love about Anya, is the way she words the sentences. She says like, I'm my father's daughter. Peace to meet you, Hajime Meshte. Like in a way she says that. And it's so like, it's so funny, like, I don't know what else to say, but like the voice actor nails it completely. It has like this weird type of a, what can I say, like a very funny kick to it, the way she, like, pronounces the words and everything. Now everything, all that he's hearing in his head is that, like, about his sister. What, let me read, what is he thinking? I was about to die from loneliness since I hadn't seen Sis in a week. Maybe I'll kill Lloyd Foyger and take Sis back. I miss Sis's cooking. I get to see Sis today. What a blessed day. Sis looks great with the kid next to her too. Sis's outfit is so stylish. And all the Sis sections are highlighted. Okay, now Anya's like, oh no, I have a heartburn. And she just leaves. Okay, then Lloyd and Yuri kind of has a little conversation, and Yuri thinks that Lloyd is trying to rile him up or something by talking about, like, the previous day and all that. And Anya is just having a nice time. She's like, oh, this is just like my anime, the secret police and the spy are, like, at each other's throats. That's great. Let's see how this battle ends. But obviously she isn't able to see that because Lloyd decides to leave. Lloyd is like, oh, I have to go shopping. Obviously in his head he's like, no, I have some mission to do. Let them do their things over here. I'm going to do my mission. So he leaves. Now Anya's disappointed. Anya's like, where the hell is my, like my anime battle, spy versus secret police? Like she wasn't able to see it. But yeah. Now next we get to see that Anya is being taught by Yuri. And Yuri in his head again is kind of thinking like, oh, like, this little imp always is spending time with my sister and all that. He's thinking, and let's see how she does this. And he writes everything, gives her the questions, but obviously Anya can read minds, so to kind of get back to him, he writes everything correctly by reading his mind. And Yuri's like, whoa, this is impressive. Like I didn't realize that you'll be able to get every one of them, every single one of them. Now Anya realizes that, oh, just because like I wanted to get back at him, I kind of did it in a wrong manner. I'm not supposed to do it like this. I'm supposed to learn here, because on the day of the test I won't be able to use my powers. So she is like, oh, I need to take it seriously, not like this. And he's thinking, she's like, oh, this is all a fluke. Now again, like Yuri's kind of grumbling about like why she has to teach Anya, and Yor is like, Yor in her head, she's thinking like, oh, Anya, like everything, a lot of things are kind of like resting on this thing. Anya herself wants to do better in the test. Lloyd wants Anya to do better and become an imperial scholar, because late wife's wish and all that. So in her head, she's like, yeah, like actually, like like Anya needs to do better. So she tells Yuri that, oh, please, like help her out. Obviously it's his beloved sister's request. So Yuri is like, yeah, definitely, I'm going to do my best. Now Anya kind of gives a little bit of a push here, a little like spice on top of it. She says in the end that, oh, Anya will do my best and help out. No, what did she say? And just a sec, you know what, okay, so she can feed mama lots of yummy things and like like, and be a better human being or whatever, something like that she says. So there you go, like Yuri is like, yes, like what a nice child, she's an angel, she's thinking so much of my sister. And he's like, all right, you know what, I'm going to teach you properly. Now he then starts teaching her like stuff, and we kind of get to see how Yuri and like Yor kind of thinks about the past when Yuri used to teach her. And I was really surprised. I thought it would be a reverse, like Yor was teaching him, but we see that Yuri used to teach her. Now obviously we get the reason why is like later on we get to see how Yuri always used to study, so that like in his head he used to think that, oh, like if I do better at studies, I'll be able to help my sister out in the future. That's why he was so much good at studies, and that's why he was the one who taught Yor, even though Yor was a lot older than him. And yeah, so yeah, she says that I felt powerless before, so I like thought like, why not like become like I'll become a better person if I'm able to study properly and be educated. So in his head, he at first thought that I'm going to read the language properly so that I can okay, wait, that part I'll read it. Okay, at first he says like what I used to think is that if I do better at this, I'll grow 1 centimeter like taller. Like in this way he used to kind of think, and he used to motivate himself. Now then he says that if I worked hard at language, if I was elegant, I could become a journalist or a lawyer and make this world that Sis lives in an even better place. I also worked extra hard in chemistry and biology with a strong understanding of the body and pharmaceuticals. I thought I could heal any of my sister's wounds and ailments. Okay, I worked extra hard in mathematics and physics as well, because I thought that would help my sister live a stable and easy life. All right, there you go. Everything's about her sister. And yeah, he says like, yeah, and then I end up in Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but still I'm trying to help my sister in every way possible. Now he gives her this like like this speech, amazing speech, and he's like, yes, do it for my sister. And she's like, yes, I'm going to do it for my mom. Yeah. And Yuri is like, oh, here Anya asks him like a very good question. She's like, wait a minute, if I like study properly, will I be able to conquer the world? And he's like, yeah, I guess, but it doesn't matter, like the test right before you doesn't matter. Instead, envision yourself becoming successful in the future. And she's getting pumped up. Envision Sis's beautiful smile in the future. Oh my god, yeah. Now, obviously, she gets pumped up, and then they they do a lot of exercises, like mental exercises, all the study and everything they do. Everyone's just sprawled on the ground, sweating, and Yuri asks Anya like, so yeah, have you mastered it? Have you mastered grammar? And Anya says, what's grammar? He just stands up and he's like, yeah, I'm going to leave. I'm going to take my leave. This is impossible. And he actually leaves. But then Yor is like, I just made some cookies for him. Like, he just left as impatient as ever. As soon as she says that, Yuri just comes in, eats everything. He makes a complete mess out of it. Like, everything drops on the ground. He leaves and then almost gets food poisoning and dies outside. But it's fine, he's used to it. Now, Anya's like, I don't have any appetite now. I'm going to do my thing, While Bond here, unfortunately, Bond becomes a victim here because Bond doesn't know. I actually thought Bond was not going to eat it. Because he at first he smelled it, and this is what usually happens. Dogs or cats or any types of animals. At first they smell, and they can understand if something's poisonous or something bad in it, just by smelling it. Unfortunately, Bond doesn't understand that, I guess, or probably Yor's technique of making food is like so high level that it can even trick a dog's nose. So Bond eats it, and and that part was hilarious. Like they did it very subtly, that part. Like we see Bond eating it, and Anya says like, oh, I'm going to go to my room. And where's that part? Yeah. Anya leaves, and then Lloyd comes in, and we see Bond just sprawled on the ground and making a weird noise. Like that was hilarious. That part was like, Anyways, Lloyd is like, okay, so did they study? And you're just like, yeah, they studied a lot. And Lloyd takes up the notebook and he says like, wait a minute, this is foreign languages. This ain't coming in her test. And then Lloyd realizes that, yeah, everything is doomed. Operation Strix will be a failure. Anya's going to fail, and the whole mission will be a failure. So obviously Lloyd decides to take matter in his own hands. Now, later on, we see Anya on the day of the test. She is confident. She's like, yes, I'm going to do everything perfectly. Now, okay, we see everyone keeping the test papers like inside like a locked chamber, like with the vault, heavily security, there's heavy security and everything. So obviously like a lot of really good students are here, so that no one cheats. There's no what do you call it, there's no nothing, nothing happens, no tampering, nothing happens to the test papers. They're keeping it in such high securities because a lot of people here will be the future of this of this country. So that's why this high amount of security. Now Lloyd, obviously, no no steel chamber or vault can stop Lloyd into getting into it. So Lloyd is ready. Lloyd is like, yes, I have to do something because unfortunately Anya is going to fail. So at least I have to at least make it so that Anya doesn't fail. Like it doesn't, I'm not hoping for like a Stella or something like that. At least she doesn't fail. Like if she fails, then everything's over. So he's like, yes, that's what I'm going to do, the bare minimum that I can. So he is ready. He comes out with the disguise. He's disguised as like one of the teachers, I'm guessing, and he has everything perfect. Like he's just going towards the vault, and then he meets this random dude outside, just just fidgeting around. this guy, his name is Daybreak. Wait, what? Just a sec. What was his name? Daybreak, was it? Okay, you know what? Let me check. Daybreak. Shimonome. Tasogare and Shimonome. Twilight and Daybreak. Okay. I know Tasogare means twilight. But I did not know Shimo. Okay. Daybreak and Twilight. Alright. And he says, I'm an elite spy for a certain organization, this and that. And I'm like, at first I was like, wait a minute. Who has hired him? And he talks about, like, you know, like his mission is to alter a certain student's answer sheets. Now, he says that he got influenced by Twilight, you know, like a real super spy from the West named Twilight has infiltrated our country. So I decided I would be the rising star who'll fight against him. Wow. So in a way, he's basically saying that he's like a big fan of Twilight, you know, in a in a very twisted way. He's obviously, because he's singing praises of Twilight. That's why he's probably a big fan. Oh boy. And he's like, yeah, it will be Twilight of the West, Daybreak of the East. And yeah, so now after that, he's just doing weird stuff, just somersaulting on the ground, just, you know, like just moving around in a weird way. Twilight is extremely confused. He's like, what the hell is going on? I don't know. Why is he acting like this? This is way more suspicious than it is. But he actually kind of is able to trick those two guards, not trick them, but able to, you know, blend into the background. He does that thing, you know, like where you hold the pole and kind of, like, you know, stand like this, which kind of shows like he's extremely strong, you know, like you need extreme core power to actually pull that off. So he does that, and Twilight is like, oh, he's actually strong, but still, you know, like the way he's doing stuff is extremely risky. And so he goes to the front door and he just breaks the glass and gets in, and Twilight is like, oh my god, like, you know, this is going to be a mess later on. So he plants like evidence to kind of point it towards the soccer club, and he's like, sorry, soccer club, even I had to do it, you had to be the necessary sacrifice in this situation. And he also gets in, and so basically this is what happens, like, you know, like Daybreak is making a mess of the situation, while Twilight, like, you know, is like fixing the mess and, like, you know, like kind of following him around. Now next obstacle comes in where there is like that gate and there's a staff or like a guard over there, and that is the next obstacle. Now Daybreak comes here, and Daybreak is like, oh my god, like, you know, I didn't know there will be guards here. Then he just breaks the statue or whatever, and everyone gets alerted, and he's asked for the ID. Now obviously Daybreak doesn't know what the hell is an ID, because, you know, like he's a super spy, yeah. So he's like starts fumbling and everything. Now Twilight realizes like this is a complete mess if the police gets involved. Like obviously if he gets, like, you know, caught acting suspiciously, they'll call the police. And if the police comes here, Twilight's job of going into the, like, you know, like vault is going to become even more difficult. So he's like, no, I have to do something. I have to cover for this fool. And he brings out the ID, the fake ID that he already has, like, you know, the forged ID. And he's like, oh, Mr. Jerome Brown, is this the ID that you were looking for? And obviously this fool, he is like, what the hell are you talking about? No. Oh my god, facepalm. And he says, I've never seen that before. And Twilight is like, you're the new instructor, Mr. Brown, right? You'll be able to get in with this. And he's like, oh yeah, Mr. Brown, you know, like, thank you for getting that. And I dropped it, like a silly me. when he takes it, we see in his hand, like, you know, the student number, the ID and everything is written of the paper that he's to alter. And I was laughing at this section. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, kids do these to cheat, you know? Like, I remember, oh my god, in my school as well, like there was a few students who used to do this. Obviously we were quite like like we were not that that much of a teenager, but kind of, I'm not sure which age we were, but like just write in the hands and keep it like this. And some of them got caught, obviously, like who does that? But at the same time, a few of them kind of was able to pull it off, so that's what they do. And I'm like, this guy, a grown man, a super spy who's calling himself self-proclaimed, he he's written everything down here. Twilight is like, you can't be serious. Is this a trap? Is this actually kind of some kind of trap? Oh boy. But anyways, he gets in, and wait a minute. What is written in his hands? Mission falsify. Exam answer. Then there's like the ID numbers, and in the end it's written pork, because he, oh my god, he even made his shopping list here alongside that. He's written pork, like he had plans of buying pork and going home, because if the mission becomes successful, he talks about how he's going to eat pork or something like that, he says. So he's also written that down. Okay, now Lloyd puts everything together. He's like, okay, so he's actually trying to change something, in like so he's probably oh, he remembered the serial number, and it's Damien and his brother. So now here, as soon as he says that, in my head I was questioning, like, wait a minute, so someone has hired him to do something to the test papers of these two. Now the first thing that I thought, like, wait a minute, who would do that? At first I thought, is it their dad or something, like they tried to falsify the test paper, not test paper, the answer paper, to make them, like some kind of a increase their test marks or something. But obviously that's, yeah, like now that I think about it, that would be highly unlikely, because we've seen how his dad doesn't talk to Damien that much, and his brother is accomplished enough that I feel like he would not need any falsification of his answer sheets to do better at school. So yeah, it's highly unlikely that would be the case. So the only other, like, an alternative in this situation is that someone has hired him to falsify the test answer papers and make them fail. So that's what they did. Now, okay, so they come to the vault, and this guy tries to put in the password and fails, and he's like, I need to go to the toilet, haha, and he leaves. Acts as if he's leaving. He was waiting for like for Lloyd to open the door, and Lloyd probably knew that as well. He was ready. He opens the door, and Daybreak comes in and just like gets him in the head. Lloyd acts as if he is unconscious, but he's obviously awake. Then Daybreak tries opening the lock. Again, he's very much failing to open the lock. And Twilight, in his head, he's like, what the hell are you doing, guy? Like, quick, do it quickly, otherwise people are going to come. And then he's able to open it, and then he is able to change and the test paper, the answer papers, and make it so that they'll fail. So in the end, he's like, I'm the best. I've clearly surpassed Twilight at this point. So sorry, Twilight. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna buy some beef instead of pork on my way home. Oh, he wanted to buy some beef. Yeah, he wanted to buy beef, not pork. So in his hand, it was written pork, so he had plans of buying pork. But then now that he's successful, he's like, nope, I'm not going to buy pork, I'm going to buy beef. And Lloyd was like, oh my god, like this guy, okay. All right, in his head, not head, sorry, he's now talking about how, like, oh, it'll be amazing if the newspapers get this, and then he's thinking like, oh, I'm a spy, so that won't happen. No one's ever going to actually notice me. And then he says, all right, while I'm altering this, I'll also include an autograph. And here Lloyd actually breaks character, like he is bound, like he had to say something here, the sukkomi, it was in his mouth, but he had to do it. He just stood up and he's like, what does he say, like, wait a minute, hey, you're a damn spy, don't willingly leave traces that you were here. There you go, he had to do it, that what do you call it, that sukkomi, he had to do it. And obviously he's like alerted, he's like, what the hell, like, you are awake? And Lloyd is like, oh my god, like, I had to do it, I wasn't able to stop myself. But then he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't see anything, like, spare me, I won't tell anyone. And Daybreak is like, what the hell, dude, tell everyone, I'm not stopping you to do that, like, you know what, tell them, like, I'm telling you to tell them, like, tell everyone about my name, that Daybreak was here. And and then he's like, you can also kind of, like, embellish the stuff. You can say that, oh, I broke this wall, or I stopped this, like, bullet from, like, hitting me with my bare hands, but my mission is a secret. You can tell everything else. And he leaves then. And Twilight is like, my god, the people we have to meet in this type of a job. Now he then, like, he's like, wait a minute, so what did he do? He kind of goes and see both the brothers test papers, and he realizes that he changed them for them to fail. So he realizes it's probably like a business rival. And then Twilight is like, okay, so if they fail, that will be a bigger problem to me. So he changes everything and makes it okay. And he says, like, oh, these two kids are fairly intelligent, especially the bigger brother. He has, like, aced everything. And okay, so his brother's name is Demetrius Desmond. Okay, so Lloyd is like, all right, so there you go, that takes care of that. What about my Anya? Let's see how she did. And at that moment they don't show us what he did, but later on we see the test papers have the test marks have come out, and Damien is number 11, 94 in history, placed second in, wait a minute, what, there is 11th place overall. You've got 94 in history and placed second in our grade. Okay, their grade, placed second. Wait, who's first then? So there's someone who's even earns higher marks than Damien. That's interesting. Okay, now in my head there was a part of me that was like a little part of me, like 20% in my head, that was telling me, like, oh, maybe Anya will be first or something, maybe Lloyd changed it or something. But you know what, like, later on I was like, nah, like, Lloyd wouldn't do that. Like, Lloyd's goal here was to make sure that Anya doesn't fail. Other than that, he won't do anything else. I mean, he won't suddenly make her top or something like that. That'll be even more suspicious. So, like a kid who got 11 or something like that in the test before, if she suddenly gets, like, number 1 first, a few weeks later, that's actually sorcery. Like, no one's going to believe that. Now Anya will probably be taken to the taken to, like, the teacher's room or something, and then she'll be questioned. They'll be like, what the hell, like, how is this possible? What did you do? Did you cheat? Did you do something like that? They'll probably question her. So that's way more suspicious. So no, obviously Lloyd's not going to do that. So now Damien's happy, and Becky's 46th place. So now Anya is, like, standing there, and they're like, Anya in her head, she's sure that she has not failed, at least because she has read Lloyd's mind, and she knows that Lloyd came here to do something. So then in the end, we see Anya is number 213. She's not failed. Now everyone's, like, looking at her in a sad, sorry way. Becky's like, it's fine. It's so funny, this part. At first, like, Damien and everyone was, like, making fun of her. They were like, haha, like, look at it from the bottom, maybe she failed or something. Obviously they were joking about it, but but then when they realized that she has not failed, but at least she's like at the bottom, like, few names. As soon as they realize that, they actually get startled here. They like look in a weird way. They look at Anya in a very, like, concerned way. He's like, good for you, I guess. You apparently didn't fail. I can't, I can't even laugh. Let's go. Oh boy. And the fact that Anya's like with a smug face, just happy with that marks in itself, like Damien was just startled looking at it. And Damien was like, yeah, I can't even laugh at this. The only one who's laughing at this is Anya. And Anya is like, yes, I did not fail. I did not get a Torrentus bolt. And in her head, she's thinking like, yes, my dad will like, praise me. She, like, the mission is somewhat safer. Becky's like, you're so positive. Oh boy. Now at home, obviously, as envisioned, it didn't go. Lloyd is like, what the hell is this? You bring this mask and you think, like, you have that smile in your face. And Lloyd is like, I'm going to be more stricter. But then in the end, he says in his head that, like, at least, like, she did it in her own ability or something like that, he says. Then again, she managed to avoid failing on her test on her own. There you go. So I'm guessing Lloyd actually did not change anything, and he actually just saw that, oh, everything is fine. She would get at least she won't fail, and then he just left it like that. So this is her own effort. Like I said, this school is actually crazy, so I feel like it's a decent score. Yeah, and he thinks like she's working hard in her own way. And the mission is safe for now. I think I should thank her, but obviously Anya is reading all of this and she's smirking. And then Lloyd is like, why are you smirking? Like, I'll have to, like, I'll have to be more stricter. And then in the end, we get to see that Daybreak has been fired. I don't know what he's going to do after this. I don't know, probably start some other job or something. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But either way, that is where it ended. So yeah, another funny episode. Anya hasn't failed. That's good. So yeah, so that is it. That was my reaction to episode number wait, what episode was this? 6? Just a sec. Wait a minute. Yeah, episode number 6 of Spy Family Part 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Spy Family. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.